second podcast of the day is about appearance, insecurities, cosmetic procedures, all of those things. So I think it's really important to realise that the body that we are given is a fantastic, fabulous machine, and it's comprised of many parts and many processes, and they're all really intricate and very finely balanced. So first of all, the body that's given to you, really, it's like it's on loan to you, and it's really important that you look after it to the best of your ability. So every decision that you make in your younger years will catch up with you when you're older. You might think it won't, or you're different, or have something called cognitive dissonance where you don't believe it'll happen to you, but it will. So your hearing, for example, it's really important that you don't subject yourself to really loud music, because you might be fine when you're young. There's nothing worse than having tinnitus and ringing in the ears when you get older. Likewise, it's really important that you look after your joints, for example. There's nothing worse than being in pain when you get older. When you're in pain, you don't sleep very well. When you don't sleep very well, you lower your immune system. The lower your immune system is, the more ill you get, the shorter your life will be. It's really important that you don't overload those joints when you're young in the pursuit of something that's really not that important. So I'm trying to get to a point where I'm talking about this appearance thing, trying to appear or conform to a certain way. So for me, a child born in the 80s having Arnold Schwarzenegger on the TV or Sylvester Stallone, you felt inferior as a man if you weren't muscular like these alpha males on TV. But all they've done is abused performance-enhancing drugs like steroids. They've all had heart bypasses and damaged the heart, and all the joints are all destroyed. Ronnie Coleman, 7 or 8 back surgeries, just an absolute mess. So you've got to remember that this body, it's a gift and it's on loan to you, and you've really got to look after it. And it's really important not to conform to what society at that point in time thinks is important. So different countries and cultures have different things. So a large nose in Iran, for example, is deemed as not very attractive, but a large nose in India is very attractive. Likewise, people who are born in Japan want European eyes and undergo procedures to have their eyes adapted and changed. I think it's really important to realise that the most important thing is that everything works and you keep it working to the best of the ability. So it's really important to look after yourself. The other thing is as well, that this is on a deeper level, that if we start changing things to change our cosmetic appearance, we make things really surface deep. And what's important in life is that we connect on a deeper level. So when we get into talk about relationships and these sorts of things, you know, people with the procedures maybe are only concerned about things on a surface level. So it's probably important really that you choose a life partner based on things like loyalty, integrity, trust, and all these sorts of things. It's probably not important that you choose them based on temporary things like cosmetic procedures. They might have had their lips done, their eyes done, the boobs done, an uplift, or as a man, hair transplant, whatever else. Now if those things are bothering them people, then who am I to say they shouldn't get them done? But in life, it's kind of like, if somebody doesn't want to be with you because of the size of your nose or the shape of your bum or whatever else, then really, do you want to be with that person? So by changing your appearance to conform to a thing, basically what you're doing is you're removing life's natural filter. So you want to be with a person that loves you for who you are, whether that be big nose, big ears, small lips, whatever, small, tall, likewise wealthy, unwealthy. So try and not remove that natural filter in life. You want that person when you go on that first date and you go to that restaurant, you know, it doesn't cost a lot of money, you're not in an expensive car, and that person still wants to be with you for your imperfections and all. If you're with somebody, you know, and they're with you for that expensive car, for those restaurant experiences, what's going to happen when someone else comes along with more money? If they're with you because of the size of your muscles, what's going to happen when someone comes along and they've got bigger muscles than you? So it's important that you acknowledge and listen to that natural filter, and try and love the things you are, because they all work properly. And if they all work properly, you're very, very fortunate. So again, don't conform to cosmetic procedures, to what is fashionable at that point in time. The most important thing is longevity, being pain free when you get older, and allowing nature to find you that person who loves you for who you are. So thanks for taking the time to listen to the life of a dad. I hope that covers some of the things about appearances, insecurities and attracting life partners. I'm sure we'll cover more similar topics in the future. Thanks again.